Hi, this is Vincent Curie. I'm going to show a couple of things up close. This is the Brother PE-900. I'm going to show you a few things. For example, to change the bobbin, you pull this back, take this out, right? And I'm going to show you something else. You put your finger back here, right? And your finger here, you know, there's a ledge, and you pull it towards you. Okay, clicks, and it lifts up and out. Okay, now at this point, say you want to clean, you pull your bobbin out. All right, you reach in with your finger, you lift this out. This is the bobbin. Carriage, the bobbin case. That's the bobbin case. All right, you can clean in here. You know, sometimes you get lint in there. Sometimes you got to get in there if you get a bird's nest. Get a bird's nest. Now last night, when I was sewing this out, I was sewing this design out. I had a bird's nest. Had a bird's nest in the back. Here. All right, and what I had to do is I had to get under the hoop. You get under the hoop. You know, there's a little clearance here. And you use like a butter knife that has the serrated edge. It's long. You get in there with the knife, the butter knife, with the serrated edge, and you saw through, it could be 10, 15 layers. They happen to be yellow at the time. And then you could pull the hoop out. At that point, you're going to have, just say it's yellow. It's going to be in that hole. It's going to be in this hole here. It's going to be stuck down in there. You know, after you sewed it, maybe a 1/4 inch. You might see 15, 20 threads. All right, now, you know, you clean it all out, you pick it out. Sometimes you got to take these two out. There's a little tool. You could use a dime. There's a little tool in the bag that they give you. You know, and here it is. That's in the little bag with the things that they give you, bobbin, needles. And this will fit into here. But like I said, you could use a coin, you know, it'll fit in the hole. Now, one of the reasons for the hole it's not to make it lighter, but sometimes the screw's tight, so you could put a screwdriver in the hole and use it for leverage. You know. Okay? I'm telling you secrets. Okay, all right. Now, when you put this back, unless you know about it, you wouldn't know. There is a little, if you want to call it a diamond, a pyramid, right there. It's white. And there's a white dot here. All right? Now, when you drop this in, Okay, when you drop it in, what you're doing is you're aligning the two white, you're aligning the triangle. I wonder if I can, I don't think I can get the camera close enough to that. All right, you can see it, the triangle wiggling, and you can see it aligning with the dot. When it's all the way down, it should have this wiggle. This is normal. That's normal. Okay? Now you can put this back. Drops in, and then you push it forward. And these little tabs are going to catch the plastic, the gray plastic, and it clicks. That's it. So now, take your bobbin. When the bobbin's facing you, when you pull the tail, it turns counterclockwise. And right here, there's a little engraving into the plastic that shows you pull it, and you pull it when the thread is off to the left, and it's going to turn counterclockwise. Okay, now you drop this in, drop that in, and there's a piece of plastic. See this plastic? All right. There's an arrow that shows this. All right. Which means it goes under the plastic. And then you pull it to this notch, and it goes around in the groove. It goes around in that groove, and right here is a little blade that cuts it. Okay? So that's clipped. So that's all you got to do. And you put this back, and it locks in place. All right? And all right, that's for this. So now we're going to talk about the touchscreen a little bit. Aspire. I just I went to that site. You know, if you go to register, it'll give you the website to put in, and I printed out basically what that's about. I'm going to have to read it over because there's a program, an art program. It works with Wi-Fi, and you use your phone, and you download the app on your phone. You know, I did that. And you know, I installed it. I did install it, and I'm going to have to look at it later. Okay? All right, so, oh, here's, one second, I gotta see why I'm getting messages. Nothing. All right. Now, a few things about the panel. Now this is the Wi-Fi. I set it up the other day. All right, that's the latest update. The latest update, which I'll do that tomorrow. I'll do that another time. Now, if you want to take the embroidery piece off, just say you want to do a little maintenance in this area, change a needle, so forth, you might want to take this off. You know, and there's a handle where my hand is. There's a handle. You reach in and you squeeze it, and it comes off. If you're going to ship this thing, this machine, there's a button that they say you press. Remove embroidery frame. Okay, I don't have it on. And that moves all the way to the left. See, that's not the way it normally sews. All right, so now show you a few things. Okay. All right, this is the back button. You know, if you're into something, like for example, if you press this, it tells you how to wind a bobbin, which I don't recommend. You know, you could get pre-wounds in black and pre-rounds in white, and I buy mine from Lisa of Mr. Vac and Mrs. Sew. I go right to the store and pick it up. But this is the way you do it. Okay. So, if you want to look at the different pages, you press the page. And there's 10 pages. You can go to the right or go to the left. This one shows you, it's a 5x7 embroidery field. If you were to put a 5x12 hoop, which I have, that's not going to register any different. Okay. All right, there you go. 1, 2, 3. Embroidery type. Embroidery type thread, which is that's what I use, the PolyStar, Mr. Vac and Mrs. Sew. That's where I get it. Comes in a nice big box. And I'm going to show you here. This is a computer drawer, and it's perfect for this. All right, it comes in this big box that's on the floor. There. And it holds these two trays or drawers of the colors. And each box, or shelf, if you want to call it, the bottom have the numbers. Tells you the color and the number. See, they're all numbered. What I do as I take them out, or as I have the time, I number them here. I do that with, you know, you could use a Sharpie or a ballpoint pen. You know, make it nice and neat. This way when you're picking out your colors, like yesterday I picked out 11 colors, you just go across, you know, with your chart that you make up. Oh, I ripped it off. All right. Yesterday I had 28 thread changes and 11 colors were involved. You know, so I went through the box and I took all my colors out and I laid them out on this table that's over here. I laid them out. And so I just pulled off the table what I needed, you know, one at a time, you know, just to arm's reach. Okay. Maximum embroidery thread. You can't go any higher, you can go lower. Why? I don't know why you'd want to go lower. Maybe if you're doing a hat. All right. I select inch. You got millimeter and inch. Okay, 3. Embroidery tension. I leave it at 0, 0. You know, some people play with that, but I don't. I use the same thread. Okay. Thumbnail, I use the largest of the thumbnail, which is that. The one to the right of it in gray is the smaller one. Why you'd want that, I'm not sure. Okay. All right, at the end of the stitch, I get needle up. Needle up. Buzzer, I like it on. Opening screen, I like it on. Yeah, it shows you pictures and different things. English, my choice. There's different languages in there. I wonder if they're Spanish. Has to be Spanish. So common. There you go. All right, light on. Input sensitivity. I leave it where it is. Service count so far, 69,000 stitches. And version 1.50, there's a 1.51 out now. That's the software update. All right, and the machine number, that's the one that you use for embroidery. All right, when you're downloading a design from embroidery. You got to pay for them. The design you do download, though, is for the machine that you entered. If I took that design on my USB and I try to put it in my machine right behind me, it won't work. You know, it's the wrong machine. You could go onto embroidery and put another machine in, and it'll work. That design then will work on both machines because you got them registered to 2, only 2. Wireless LAN enable, and that's the name of my my router, the thing that goes through the air. Wireless LAN wizard, and set that up. Status okay. So machine, you could name it. You know, you could change it. You know, I don't see it. Unless you're on your computer maybe, and maybe you got 2 machines, and you want to send the design wirelessly. The one behind me does it also, the NQ1700E. All right, so you know the router's in this room. I want to send the design. It might see 2 machines. The other one has a different name. All right, that's the latest version. This I didn't work out yet. All right, I'm out of that. You have a lot of designs. You look in the book, and it'll show you really, really a lot of them nice. And you know, of course, you could download something. Let's say this flower. You hit set. Oh, that's the size of the flower. Oh, sorry. Uh-oh. What happened? I must have touched that. I touched it with this finger. All right, so you hit, that's the size of the flower, like I said. You know, 2.43 by 3.03. All right, you do set. Now you could rotate it. The 5x7 hoop, the 7 is this way and the 5 is this way. For some reason, well, this is going to go in, so the head of the flower is up towards the 7-inch portion. Just say, you know, just say you have a towel in there or something, and you want to rotate it. You know, you got a choice which way to go, but you know, just say you want to turn it that way. So now the roots of down, just say to the, well, actually, if you had a towel in there, the bottom of the towel is going to be this way. This will be the bottom of the towel. So you'd want the roots, to be this way, and the flower would be up. That's the way you'd want to do it on the towel. Now you could bring another design in there too. You know, and I believe this will do it like this. I believe. All right, you see, I just pulled it. All right. Now, just say you say okay. Just say end embroider. All right, so that'll show you that particular flower. 5 thread changes, 3,000 stitches. So just say you want to go back. Okay, to cancel current. No, I don't want to cancel it. Put add. Okay? Add something to that design. All right, do a butterfly. That's the butterfly. All right, oh no, you got to set it. All right, you see, I just brought it up. At this point, you want to do it correctly. You turned it. So now you got the two things on the hoop. The two designs. You end edit. All right, so there you go. All right, and then, now if you want to look forward, it's 10. You see, before it was 5, now it's 10. You hit this, you're going to get spools. Do plus spool. And now it's looking at the second color. The third, the fourth, the fifth, just say okay. So the fifth, that's the fifth color. And that's what it's going to sew out with that blue. Do that, plus 6, 7, 8, do 9. Okay? All right, so there you got your viewing 9, and it's going to do, you see the yellow? All right, that's what it's going to do in the yellow. And then if you go one more. All right, so that's what it's going to do now. If you look here, that's what it's going to sew out on the 10 of 10 stitch. So that's how you work that. Now, when you turn the machine off, all right, just say, let me get my pad. All right, just say you're ready to sew out this. You're ready to sew out this. Okay, so something happened and you got to run. Whatever it is, you got to go to bed, got to go to the toilet, whatever it is. Now you write down, you know, 10 of 10, and stitch count was 9121, and it would be the 19th minute of this whole design. Now, you shut the machine off. All right, you go to sleep, you wake up. It's going to ask you want to recall. It might move the hoop first. Remove the embroidery frame. They always want the frame out. They must have had accidents. Okay to recall and resume previous. Okay. There you go. See? So at this point, you could put that thread in, and you see, right, the machine doesn't know it don't have a hoop. So if you decided you want to sew that out, machine don't know. If I bring this down, I get a green light. Machine don't know there's no thread in there. It doesn't feel the hoop. Okay, so I thought I'd share that nonsense with you also. All right, so put the thing up, get the red light, okay, we're safe. So, that's how this is now. When this is on, only when you got a design, you're going to see the trim. When you press this, you're going to get two purple things showing end color trim. That'll trim, when it's at the end of the color, it's going to trim it. While it's sewing out, any jump stitch that's 5 millimeter, it will clip. It'll clip it, the machine will move, and it'll come back to where it wants the needle to go down. So these have to be dark, meaning they're armed. See, and right now these are highlighted. Now, sorry about that. These are highlighted. If you put this off, these are going to go gray, meaning they're not valid anymore. So keep it armed. Jump stitching is nice. Like I sewed this out last night, and it cut all the jump stitches. Now you see a little thing there? That's a tail. When you put a new color in, you control the length after you pull it through the needle. I mean, you could pull it a little more they recommend 4 inches. The reason why they do that, a couple of stitches, it'll pull that 4 inches almost all the way down, even with the top of the fabric. There'll be a little tail sticking up. Now, if you made it 3 inches, when it's doing the couple of stitches, you know, just say you wanted to cut the tails like I do, you might not see a tail. In fact, if it's too short, it'll pull that thread below to the bottom of the fabric, so you won't have that particular stitch into the top of the fabric. You know, so do it so that there's a little tail, and you just go in and you clip it. This is nice for clipping. This particular, this is made by Ginger, and it's from Italy. A lot of my scissors, almost all of them, are Ginger from Italy, except my monster scissors. See, right? That's a monster scissor, and they're over $100, right? Kloss. You look it up. It's over $100. Now that scissor, believe it or not, is an aircraft mechanics scissor. Aircraft mechanics have to know how to sew. I'm an A&P mechanic, a FAA license. You got to know how to sew. You got to know how to do woodwork, paint. You know, there's a lot of weld. You know, gas weld though, with a gas oxyacetylene is the skill that they prefer. Anyway, I think I said enough. Maybe I said more than I should have, you know. I wanted to make a short video. All right, guys. I love this machine. And it's very similar to my guy across the street there, right there. All right? That's my 800. That's the PE-900. I got too many close-up lens. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. I'm trying to get my YouTube channel back up and running. I had a channel for 14 years. It was Vince J. Curie Productions, I call it. And my Gmail got hacked. Gmail's owned by Google. YouTube's owned by Google. When my Gmail was hacked, Google management is aware that the Gmail is no longer valid with the subscriber. The hacker was able to change my phone, change the email, connect it with the email that he stole. And YouTube sensed it. I only had one Gmail registered. You could register 2 now, which I should have did. I didn't know. And they terminated my account. The reason being that I no longer followed community guidelines, which is you have to have an active, doesn't have to be signed in, but it has to be an active Gmail. Sometimes I have to re-sign in, but still the Gmail's there, you know. Yes, they canceled me. All my videos were gone. 980 videos, 14 million views, 38,000 subscribers I had. And I was getting a couple of $100 a month in revenue, you know, from the ads. All right, guys, that's it. Bye-bye. Subscribe, ring the bell.